Hey, we are here at the Great Gatsby Gala, and I'm joined by probably the most famous person in this entire room. Been dancing for 61 years, reigns from Australia, Ray Rivers. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, John. Nice to be with you.
Nice. Ray, how many Great Gatsby Galas have you been able to attend?
This is my first.
Oh, wow. First one. Okay.
I know it's in my hometown, but it's the first one. They've asked me each year to judge. Each year something's been on. And I've been looking forward to it, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's so cool that Kasha got you to judge the events out here. That's amazing. With that as well, too, talk a little bit about how you know Kasha, your relationship. How'd you guys meet back when?
First met Kasha when, basically, when we first came to this country. I'd been here about 4 or 5 years, still traveling the world, not staying here for 12 months of the year. I used to come and go. And then in 1994, I brought my kids over, and it was in 94. Now, it could have been the next year, it would have been into 95, and Kasha was living here, and my eldest son, Matthew, was looking for a partner. He was still amateur, and she was still amateur. So they had a tryout, and that's how I met her.
Nice,
yeah,
that's awesome.
It never come to fruition. I wish it had have. They look very good together. But that's how I met Kasha.
So you're obviously very well connected with Kasha. Over the last 20 years that you've been known with her, any funny stories or any inside jokes that you can talk about her?
No, it's like what I said to you. You know, you said you got to know Kasha. Kasha's a little social butterfly, very effervescent. She's lovely, very Polish. and she's a personality in the business, and we really are sadly missing personalities in my long history in dance. In the old days, all the great ones were personalities.
There you go.
We're all different.
She brings that she brings that extra battery to the room. You can actually see, like the Energizer Bunny.
She's not the normal clone.
From the after parties to the dance events throughout the day, it's been so much fun and high energy. What is it about the Great Gatsby Gala, since you've been here judging so far, that you would like to talk about that's maybe a little different from the competitors, the theme, the atmosphere, any of the events going on?
Well, it's what everybody told me about it. They got a theme, you see, and most competitions don't have a theme. I ran competitions in Australia for 30 years, from 1964, and not that I had a theme the same theme every year, but I could see that people they gravitated to something which I used to like to have a different theme every year.
Sure. Okay. Change.
So it's like people. I'm known in the business for my wardrobe, and
I was just going to mention that.
Yes, and so people like to see you. I come out with something different every day I judge.
Sure.
And they think I've got, an unlimited wardrobe. I got a big wardrobe. You've got to walk into it. But I always chop and change and do different things.
Sure.
And so every year, some years I'd have live music, other years I didn't. And then the next year I had live music, I would conduct the band, and I wouldn't do the comparing, the master of ceremonies. Sure. Anyway, that's what, getting back to this, they've got a great theme, and they're extending upon it, and obviously it's going to attract people over the years, and people go away and they have a good time, and it's laid back, and they can get serious about their competition, but it's got a nice laid back atmosphere.
Sure, I would say that too. It's mainly just been fun is the one word I can explain for it.
I think it's a great American word, fun. I don't know whether I just like to see people enjoying themselves and enjoying what they do, because the younger generation in dance, I judge, and they don't even seem as though they like their partner
Sure.
or the music, and that's what attracted me to dance. If you'd have spoken to me 4 weeks before my 18th birthday, I had no idea I would be a dancer. And 2 weeks before, I talked to my horse breaking mate, because I'd just come off a year in the outback of Australia, riding a bit of rodeo, and I was going to be a professional tennis player, but that all stopped when I was 16. I burnt out. So I said to him, how do I get close to girls?
Hey, there you go.
And he said,
I like that one.
You go to my friend's dance studio, and the rest is history. I mean, I loved the music. I started off in Latin because I loved the Latin.
That's my favorite too.
And then I loved the ballroom music just as much, and I love the girls.
Hey, there you go. That's the fun part about dancing, having that passion on the dance floor. Is that something you look at, between couples while you're judging?
Oh yeah. I'm still old school, mate. I want to see a couple.
There you go.
I mean, I'm not attracted just by one person. You can be attracted by one person in the partnership, but if the other person is not playing their role, that's a minus to me.
Sure.
Yeah, I still love judging couples. I mean, I saw last night in the Rising Star some couples that I'd never seen before, and I had to study their approach to that. And yeah,
Nice.
I just think it's always been two people dancing to music.
Sure.
I always talk about when I teach people all the time. It's three common denominators: your partner, the music, and the floor. They're the three things.
Have those three connections.
And the dancing and the floor and the judges are the most important three things in competition dancing.
Sure.
If you don't have great judges, you don't have a great floor, and you don't have great music, forget it.
Well, we are very lucky to have you here this weekend, sir, so thank you for joining the Great Gatsby Gala. I want to direct your attention over here. So we have some very authentic golf clubs.
Yes.
Mr. Rivers, can you explain to us exactly what we have here?
Well, I was just talking. I'll pull one out. I just saw this here earlier, and I said to Kasha, now, when I was in my 30s playing golf in Australia, I've played golf for 70 years. My dad introduced me to tennis, football, cricket at 8, and golf at 9.
Nice.
So I'm 79, and I'm still playing golf, and I still play off 4.
Hey, it obviously stuck.
Yeah. So this is vintage 70s, right? Where when I thought that the guys that I always walk with a bag then.
Yeah.
And they had these, but they were the old guys.
The roll cards.
They were the guys that I'm now. So now I push a cart.
Yeah.
I have a 4-wheel one, and it's very
At least you get some exercise by walking the course and not driving.
I hate carts. I played golf before they invented carts. So this is a vintage. This is called a blade.
Yep.
Right. These are blades, whereas today they have.
Cavity backs
and muscle backs and all sorts
Sure.
of things. This would be a fairly hard club to hit if you don't know much about golf.
Sure.
Yeah. So you've got to be able to set yourself up with the Ben Hogan grip. Got to have the good grip, the Ben Hogan. You've got to have the good setup with the Y of your arms. Your head's got to be behind the ball at the start, and then when you come back, so you just move out a little bit.
He's going to give us a swing.
I teach a lot of the dance professionals golf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great.
I've been teaching one guy for about 30 odd years, and he gets it. His name's Alan Fletcher. He was 5 times the world Latin champion.
Hey, there you go.
So here we go, and we get to here, still behind the ball, and then let it go. Yeah.
Nice, great swing. Any way you can relate golf to dancing?
Oh, as I say, I teach. I love teaching golf now as my hobby, and posturally, there are so many similarities. But there's a lot of similarities in every sport because it's the coordination of the mind and the body. But golf, I always say that golf is dancing without a partner, and I say that dancing is golf with a partner.
There you go. the strategy, patience too,
Yeah.
technique.
Yeah, and I love teaching dance professionals or dance amateurs because they understand things like, well, stillness.
Sure.
You see, only dancers understand stillness. Great runners understand stillness. They keep their head still when they run. You know, it's an interesting. I could go on for.
Well, there you go. I feel like we just got a free golf lesson from you, sir. Now we got to get some dance lessons going. We got a Peabody competition coming up. Do you enjoy watching the Peabody? Hey, Andy's judging. It's so cool that we get to see Peabody at this event.
My first Pro-Am Peabody, and tomorrow night will be my first Pro.
Awesome.
So, I'm looking forward to it. It's it's only a few minutes away. So.
Well, I'll let you go, sir, but thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, John.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Ray Rivers, judge here at Great Gatsby Gala. Thank you.